Hey all, Paymarine here with another status report. Coming to the end of July now, and kind of a lot going on, and yet not a lot. If you've been following on the Facebook page, you can see that uh, updates and kind of things I got going on there have been very kind of sporadic and not as many as I would like. But a lot of that is due to my big move coming up. I'm in the middle of packing things and moving, and so it's just been a lot going on. I've also posted, I've been going through a lot of my hobby stuff, and I've actually got a ton of stuff posted up on eBay that updates pretty regularly with things that I find that I should probably part with. I'm not using, and it's kind of taking up very kind of valuable space. Excuse me, unfortunately. So a lot of that's been going up on eBay. Other than that, I've been working on more of my kill team for the Nova Open coming up. I have signed up for a kill team pod, and it's been forever since I've played. And on top of it, I'll be taking a kill team that I never played before. I only had played Primaris, Space Marines, and Death Watch before in kill team, and that was last Nova. I actually haven't gotten to play any kill team since last Nova, so it's almost been a full year since I played Kill Team, and so I'm kind of feeling a little bit nervous about that. I actually did sign up for a local Kill Team tournament that's going to be happening at the end of August, so I'm excited. I'll be taking my Astra Militarum, ODST Elysian Kill Team to that and kind of getting it for a test run. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I really need to get into YouTube more and find some more battle reports to just kind of watch them and kind of get brushed up on the rules on how to play. And then also if I can find anybody playing specifically my kill team. Now obviously it'd be nice if I could find somebody playing my actual kill team list so I could get an idea of kind of strategy and stuff like that. But I don't know, we'll kind of go from there. The other thing too is like I've never actually like played guard ever in regular 40k. So just remembering things like they can give orders and stuff like that is going to be pretty important because there's definitely some good orders that I would want to issue out while playing Kill Team. So, but I'm very excited about that. I definitely, either way, I think I've made a pretty sweet looking Kill Team. I really like the idea of it, and like I said, when I initially started this as a kind of a side little Kill Team project, I loved it so much I ended up started scouring and finding any way, which way or whatever that I can make this into like a full-fledged Astra Militarum army that is at least it's basically it follow the Elysian rules. Even though I guess I don't know if they're even technically legal anymore because they kind of came out and said, oh well, the index rules and stuff don't count anymore, which is the only place you can find their rules now. But I mean, I guess they'll mostly be for kind of friendly pickup games type of a thing, and then we'll see if maybe they'll release more rules for them more down the line or what exactly. I'm not sure. And obviously, if I decide to try to enter them into some kind of a tournament, I can always reach out to the organizers ahead of time, be like, can I play this army? Is this an illegal army? I don't think it'll be anything super competitive because the Elysians are a very light infantry unit, so they don't have like a lot of heavy hitting weapons. But I don't know. If anything, it's just a very fun project that I'm excited to be working on and continue on. So that is what I've mainly been working on right now. I have got my new Primaris Executioners built and primed, but I still haven't gotten the time to paint them. I definitely will be painting them up soon, and hopefully, I say hopefully, but I most certainly have to have them ready before Nova because they're part of my list. I've actually kind of completely taken out my repulsors and replaced them with executioners because the way I always used my repulsors before is I never really used them as transports anyway. Like it was nice to have that, and if I did use them as transport, I was only putting a 5-man squad in there anyway just to get them to move up the board a little bit faster to jump out and onto an objective. So essentially that's what I'm going to do with the executioners. The only thing with that is the executioners are going to pack a little bit better anti-armor punch with that laser destroyer. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or a bad idea, but I'm going to go with it. They do, like I said, they do pack a better punch, but on top of it, they have a better range. So there should be really no reason why they shouldn't perform fairly well at least being able to get some good shots off from the backfield as they're moving up, and hopefully doing some decent damage to something and taking it down as they move up closer. So I'm kind of hoping that I can use their strength of range to their advantage to hurt the big stuff anyway as I move up closer. So yeah, we will see how that goes and if that strategy will end up working for me or not. But that's mostly, I mean, that's all for the narrative games. I didn't sign up for the grand tournament. Again, I like playing the narrative stuff more. And plus I'm going up with a group, and the grand tournament is like the whole time you're up there. And I wanted to play in other things like the Kill Team event and other narrative events, but then also the tournament, the team tournament, which I believe actually, I don't think the grand tournament overlaps with that at all, because the 3-person team tournament is like all on one day. It's all on the Thursday. Yeah, it's pretty busy. So we'll see how all that goes. The team tournament, I'm actually taking my Kakardons. Will probably be the last time that we see those go out, unfortunately. Again, just consolidating down and getting, kind of like re-consolidating down on the hobby. Just as I'm packing up, I am just realizing just how much stuff, like, not just in the years that I've played it, but just in the recent years since I've been at this current place where I reside, the amount of stuff I've collected, and a lot of it, like I said, is just, it's like with anybody's hobby backfill, it really can become quite the backlog. So that's kind of, I guess, one nice thing about moving is it's kind of forcing me to go through those things and like really be like, do I really need to hold on to this? Am I ever going to get to this? I've had this for whatever, like 3 years, and I still haven't even gotten to it. Or it's built, but it's been sitting there collecting dust. So again, it's like it's really made me take hold of reevaluating everything and really deciding, what do I need to have? What do I need to let go? So, yeah, it's been kind of hard in a lot of ways, because it's like, man, I wish I would have had able to get there. And on the other side of that too, it's like it's hard because I bought that thing, I spent money on that, and now I have to let it go. And unfortunately, a lot of that stuff, even though a lot of it's just built and not painted, like, you're still not gonna get top dollar for that off of eBay. People want deals. They're, if they're gonna pay full price, they'll just go buy it brand new and then build it themselves in their own way and make sure that it's to their quality. Even though, like, I definitely feel like there's nothing wrong with the way I build things, but I get it, because you never know, what you might get on the other end of that. So, unfortunately, a lot of stuff I have to let go. I have to let go at a loss, which is not fun either. But I guess, in a way, it's good for the hobby in general, because other people can get some alright deals, and, like I said, go on from there, and, maybe it helps to keep them in the hobby, keep them going. So I guess in a way I'm contributing and donating back to the hobby community in a way. I guess that's pretty much the biggest things I've got going on right now. Like I said, just a lot of it's just trying to ramp up and get ready for Nova in the midst of this big move and everything else going on with that, and trying to find some way to get stuff painted and done in time for Nova, which is, it's just around the corner. It's already about a month away right now. This is the end of July. A month away, that's not much time at all. So I really, really, really need to buckle down hard and get that painting done. The Kill Team stuff is pretty much done. I've got a few more. I'm looking at 5 right now, and I'm waiting on another set of Van Sar to come in, because I need to make one more gunner, and then I will have pretty much my full list done. I'll have I got these 6 models, or 5 right now, and the 6th one on the way that I'll have to finish painting. But then once that's done, I'll have my roster, my 20 model roster, completed and ready, so I can pull different models from it. Hopefully it does well. I'm very nervous, because while a majority of my list will comprise of Tempestus, so I have that good ballistic skill. Just in general with the guard, the lower leadership, and the 4-up save really has me nervous. But we'll have a good model count. I'll pretty much have a minimum of 10 models on the table at a time, which is pretty decent. So I think it's been for a while. I think I have to have like 5 models down or knocked out or however it is before I have to start taking a break test, I believe. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Again, it's very, very rusty. But hopefully that, and then of course with a 4-up save, that's only a 50-50 chance of making my save. So hopefully I can roll some luck there. And who knows, maybe with my orders and other things like that, I can do decent with my strategy. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous about it. Like I said, I hope I don't lose every match. Hopefully I can do well against each opponent that I have. So, yeah. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you, I don't know, enjoyed knowing what I've got going on. Like I said, unfortunately things have been kind of slow. Hopefully I can pick them back up again. But again, there's a lot going on. Like I said, I mean, August is going to be a busy month as far as me trying to catch up with hobby stuff. I also got another term of school, but I've only got 3 more classes left. I'll finally be done with school. But yeah, so I've got that starting up again actually this week. And then after that, I've got another potential work trip that I'll be gone for, but that will be after Nova. So a lot of it's going to be getting ready for Nova, and then I'll do my usual kind of like Nova recap, what I liked, kind of things like that. I'm actually, another big thing is I entered the Capital Palette last year with just 2 models in the single model thing, and they basically took, if you entered 50 models in the single model category, they looked at them all and they picked what they thought was your best work out of those 50 you submitted, and that's the model that they judged. So last year I only had submitted 2 models, and I was under the Journeyman. I'm definitely not I can't remember. There's 3 levels. Like it's basically like beginner, like novice, and elite. And I went to the novice range because I definitely I feel like of course I definitely still have a long ways to go before I feel like I'd be comfortable in the elite level. And I think that kind of was proven at least pretty well at Nova, the Capital Palette, because I actually did pretty well in the Journeyman, but I didn't place. I was a finalist. I definitely got finalist, which is a great honor. Like I was very surprised, really, that I was able to do that. So that tells me that I'm right. I'm there. I just need to get a little bit more. And they mentioned there, the one thing I kind of liked is they said, like, if you win first place in your particular tier, obviously not in the expert, but in the beginner or the, what I call it, or the novice, or like the Journeyman is what they called it, tiers, then we're basically telling you mastered this, so now it's time for like maybe next year when you submit your models to go the next tier up. So if you're in the beginning, you move up to the novice, and you're novice, you move up to the expert, and then start competing there to kind of push you to test your skills even more. So I'm definitely there. So now I'm still just like right now. That told me I've kind of I was able to judge my skill set well. That I'm in the middle of the road, kind of the, I guess, professional levels. So at the Journeyman level, I was a finalist. So hopefully I can push up into a placing to show that I've improved or whatever else. And even if I take first, then I know that I could potentially then, if I'm able to make Nova the following year, push into the next tier. And with that all being said, I am bringing multiple different examples of my work this time. I'm sure they're probably going to do a similar thing where they take all your work in a particular category and then they pick what they think is your best work and then judge it from there. So I'm actually doing multiple. I think I have 3 vehicles I'm taking, potentially 4, because I have one model that I'm not sure. It's a Tau Battlesuit conversion that I did of Farsight. I'm not sure if that falls in the vehicle or the single model because he's a character, but he's in a battlesuit. So I think it probably actually falls under vehicle because they consider dreadnoughts vehicles. So, which, I mean, dreadnoughts are, but I'm pretty sure that that'll fall in there too. So I'll probably have 3. I already at the minimum I have 3, potentially 4 vehicle entries, and then for actually have my list here somewhere. I'm not gonna share exactly what all of my list is yet, but Yeah, so I have 3, potentially 4 entries at the vehicle level. I have 2 entries for the unit, uh, 2 entries for single model, and then 1 for the bust, which the bust is, I've never actually painted a bust before. And actually, let me come over here and grab it. Um, if I can reach it here, there we go. So this thing here, I picked up off of eBay. I'm very proud of the way it turned out. So like I said, either way, like no, however I turn out on this one, this was just a fun model to paint and to do. I don't know if this will focus more on it than me. Maybe I can get this to like a different, like a neutral background maybe. So yeah, I really like the way it turned out a lot. Yeah, I just looked up bus on eBay. Sorry, I'm trying to like maneuver this in the camera here. It's kind of awkward here. It's like opposite way I move is the way this thing moves. Um, but yeah, I'm like I said, I'm very happy with the way it turned out. It's my first time doing a bust of any kind, and like I said, I just went on eBay and I just searched busts, and there's a lot of cool ones, and I ended up picking this. I don't know, astronaut, cosmonaut, whatever he is, and then obviously you can see I kind of used some purples in there to kind of do kind of almost like a Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear theme, just because I thought it was like kind of funny. Plus, it kind of goes along with my army of the Star Commanders, so I thought that was kind of fitting to do that. But yeah, so my first time doing a bus, I'm very proud of how that turned out. So hopefully it places somewhere. Because like I said, I think I did pretty well on it for a first shot. But yeah, and yeah, then there's another category was diorama, which I just don't have the time to do right now, unfortunately. And I'm hoping I've got my other teammates on my trios team. I've hopefully we can work out something with some kind of a display board. I'm kind of hoping that we can get that figured out. Because again, I've not had a ton of time to really work on anything like that. So hopefully we can figure something out with that. Um, yeah, I'm just not sure. I did actually do some kind of a cool little narrative thing for our team, story kind of thing. I did kind of a real rough draft of it, and it turned out pretty well, I think. So we'll see. As long as we can get a board, I think we'll have a decent shot at least getting some decent points off of that for our whole overall team score. But I don't know. It's a big thing up in the air right now is unfortunately the display board because like, I don't have a ton of time to work on it. So hopefully we've kind of discussed with other teammates. So hopefully we kind of can get something put together before game day, so we have something to showcase our models and our team. Yeah, so we'll go from there. Um, but yeah, so anyway, hopefully all this goes without a hitch, and then getting closer to the end of the year, there's just so much going on. I know we got more Primaris coming out at some point. Along with that, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Codex. I'm still thinking it's not going to come out till September. I've started hearing a lot of things about Primaris, a lot of rumors anyway, a lot of Primaris stuff coming out, and the new Codex in August. I definitely think we'll see stuff. I mean, because now we're coming up here, it's about to be August, and I don't think we'll see a new. I don't know. I just feel like I doubt we see the new Codex in August because of Nova at the end of the month. That'd be a huge change right before Nova. Now we could. I don't know. What I think will happen is we're gonna see the multi-part infiltrators and the multi-part eliminators come out. I mean, let me actually pull up the calendar here and see what we got for the month of August. How many weekends we have? So we started seeing the T's already this week. So I think what we could potentially be seeing is this weekend, this coming Saturday, we might see a full release of like what models are coming out for the Primaris. Then I think that will mean the 10th we will see a pre-order for like infiltrators and eliminators. And then this is all very, like this might even be a little bit much, but because I think we'll start to see articles and previews coming out, like the end of this week to a lot of information on this coming Saturday, and then continued stuff coming through this next week. Because I don't want to say the 10th as the earliest we'll see a pre-order, because then that would mean we still have 5 more weekends of releases. Because I honestly, I don't feel like that'll be really stepping on Nova's toes if they release a new codex right before Nova. But they could. The only other thing I see the problem with that too, though, well, I don't know. I don't know how quickly they print those books out. Because the other thing is, I also could see the potential of them wanting to release like the new Dreadnought and that new tank and everything else, because it'll definitely get play tested for anybody that has the time to bring it to Nova and work out any FAQs and erratas that need to happen, and then have them in an updated codex so they don't have to release the codex and have all these errors in it. But I'm pretty sure they probably print those fairly decent amount of time ahead, because they got to ship them all over and all that. So I don't know, that's why I feel like it's going to be into mid-September when we'll see a codex, just so they can hopefully make any of those kind of corrections they need after Nova. But like I said, I don't know, because timeline-wise with the teas that we saw on Twitter, it makes me feel like we are going to start seeing them this month for sure. Like ideally we would see a pre-order on the 17th with models released on the 24th, and then the final probably like Dreadnought and Tank and other units that we haven't really seen yet coming out for pre-order on the 31st, releasing on the 7th. And that's pre-ordering alongside the new codex and releasing on the 7th of September. That's kind of what I kind of foresee, and what I like looking at this would say is probably kind of what's going to happen. But I more want to say it's not going to come until mid September. Like, man, even the 14th seems too close after Nova. Looking at this calendar here, like to me, I would see a pre-order for like the codex and new models on the 14th with the release on the 21st September. Like if that came out as the dates, I'd be like, yes, that's it. That's 100% what it is. I don't know, but it's just hard to say because that Primaris Twitter account really kind of threw everything for a loop. So I don't know. At the end of it all, I just don't know. I'm not sure who does or what, but I definitely want to see it sooner than later. If we did see things released, I mean, either way, we'll see some kind of a announcement, I'm sure, on the 3rd, with pre-orders on the 10th, with releases on the 17th, meaning we would have more releases or more pre-orders on the 24th and more releases on the 31st, which would be right in the dab center of Nova. That'd be, right before the last day of the first. Yeah, so, I don't know. But at the same time, that would be pretty cool, because I'll probably do some kind of a midnight release thing at the Games Workshop Forge World area on that night, if they do, in fact, release the new Space Marine Codex and new models and stuff, which would be pretty sweet to go to that. Which I'm not positive, obviously, that if that is how it works out, I would hope that at least the Supernovas get some kind of early access to go down there, because they do have some perks with that if you get the Supernova, which I was able to get Supernova again this year, which I'm pretty excited about, which, yeah. So, we will see for certain, but I'm definitely ready to see what those other Primaris are, so, alright, well, I guess we'll call that it for now. If you haven't already, please check out the rest of the YouTube channel, and please subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. One thing I actually want to mention about that before we go much further, and I've been meaning to make a separate video for this to share, but I've shared it on the Facebook, and a few other places. And I got quite a few subscribes for it. But in fact, I'm still running a giveaway. I'm trying to think of the word. A giveaway right now. I was trying to reach 500 subscribers, and then I've got a set of the store, the Warhammer Day. What were they called? I think it was just the Warhammer Day when they did the rebranding of all the stores are now technically Warhammer. So they did like the objective tokens, and then there's this new store anniversary backpack thing. It's like a small little backpack that they had available at the store anniversaries and stuff. So I'm doing that as a giveaway for if I can hit 500 subscribers. So please, share the channel, share it with everybody. Let them know about my little page here that I've got going on, and hopefully I can hit that 500. I actually made quite a significant amount of subscribers, and then all of a sudden one day, like, a lot of them are gone. And got a notification from YouTube that apparently a lot of the accounts were kind of like shell or fake accounts that people just use to, I guess, subscribe to stuff. They are doing giveaways and stuff. So there's unfortunately, a lot of fake accounts and stuff like that. I actually hit like almost 400 subscribers pretty quickly. That pretty quickly disappeared. And now I'm back to a little over 300. So I greatly appreciate everybody that subscribed. And again, if you just share and let my little channel get out there so it can continue to grow, I'd greatly appreciate it. And hopefully I can hit that 500 mark, and hopefully I can hit that 1,000 mark and continue on. And we can get the giveaway going so I can get that stuff out of here. Because like I said, I'm trying to move and I've got too much stuff already. So I'll definitely, probably after the 500, I'll probably throw some more stuff together and be like, all right, let's do 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully, aside from me just giving stuff away all the time, hopefully my content is enough to keep you around and keep you subscribed as well. So again, if there's any suggestions or improvements or changes or things you'd like to see, definitely let me know. I've definitely got a list of some things that people have already suggested that were great ideas. I have to get around to them. But like I said, things with moving and everything, there's a lot going on. I just haven't had the time to, but definitely look forward to that. I've definitely got a lot of things in the work, and I'm very excited to continue this hobby journey with all of you, and I greatly appreciate your following. So if you haven't already as well, check out the Facebook page. I update that pretty regularly as I can and see what I got going on there. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time.